Alberta is the #1 destination for Canadians moving provinces, and it's not even close. Today I'm breaking down the top 3 provinces that are moving to Alberta one at a time. Number 3 surprises me. A quick note, this isn't just vibes or feelings. This is data from Stats Canada and from Alberta's economic dashboard. We're talking real facts here. Hey, just for fun before we get going, I was going to take you to the park and record this video in Nose Creek Park. And I showed up there today and there was the Midwinter Festival. I think it's Cabin Fever Festival was going on in Airdrie. So I took a few shots. I'm just going to insert them here, some of the live music. And there was horses and lots of shenanigans going on. It looked like fun, but it was too loud. I was thought of recording the video just to show what was going on while I was there, but it was really loud, especially the band. So I just come back and recorded it here. But here's some shots for you. Number 1 is Ontario. And Ontario's outflow is so big that, quote, StatsCan writes, the majority of people leaving Ontario move to Alberta, BC, and Quebec. What's going on in Ontario? All right, so who's leaving Ontario for Alberta? Well, it seems like it's the early career adults. So 20 years old to mid-30s, it's probably an easier time in their life to move when they have less entanglements. According to some stats from RBC, it seems like about 45% of the people leaving Ontario for Alberta are in this range, the biggest demographic. And it seems like these are predominantly city dwellers. So these are young professionals, young families, first-time buyers. They're basically renters that want ownership. All right, so why are they leaving? Maybe you can guess. Yeah, quite obviously, housing affordability is just a major factor in this. RBC spent some money studying this one, and they wrote, quote, the affordability crisis is a top consideration. You think? And one of the things that makes this possible is the work from home phenomenon makes these young people less tied to the GTA. Okay, we get why they're leaving Ontario. Now, why are they coming to Alberta? In Alberta, you can trade Toronto condo money for a detached single-family home with a yard. Or you can upgrade to a bigger home than you could afford in a bigger city like Toronto. So the median condo price in the GTA is something like $550,000. You could buy a single-family detached home for that in Airdrie. And for Toronto proper, we're getting closer to $700,000 or maybe a little over for a median condo price. You can get a move-up home for that in Airdrie, Alberta. Same monthly budget, different outcome. Actually, it's a bit of a different budget because even if you have the same job, the tax burden is lower in Alberta. And if you get an Alberta job, Albertans are making a little bit more money than the average Ontario resident. Okay, number 2 is British Columbia. And this one's kind of wild because it's just by a hair. These two, Ontario and BC, are competing to see how many of their young people they can send to us. Keep sending them. We have the youngest population in the country, but we'll take more. And the price of homes in British Columbia, and this is particularly the lower mainland we're talking about, is just out of sight. And so this is a massive reason why many people are just abandoning their city that they love to come to Alberta because they can actually afford to buy a home here. I remember one couple that came to me and they said they were newly married, and they told me, they said their families took them aside when they got married and said, you need to leave. We'd love to have you here, and we'd love to have the grandkids here, but you'll never be able to afford a house here. So you need to go to Alberta where you can afford to buy a house. And I helped them find their house. So that's kind of what's happening. I mean, they're coming here where there's more income, there's a lower tax burden, and the cost of living is a lot lower, particularly in housing. But because the cities like Vancouver, the greater Vancouver area, the lower mainland, is such an expensive place to do business, that everything is more expensive there. And there's a big sales tax added on to everything as well. We just have 5% GST here in Alberta. So it's kind of the same thing as what's going on in Ontario. The cost of living and the cost of home ownership are driving people away. People are feeling stuck in a small space for huge money. I mean, you come here to Airdrie, Calgary area, and it's a place where the housing ladder still exists. Okay, so the Alberta affordability advantage is still working to attract people from the high cost of living provinces to come here to Alberta. Okay, moving on to number 3. Have you locked in your guess who number 3 is yet? I think this one's going to surprise you a little bit. Most people would guess Quebec, maybe Manitoba, maybe even the Maritimes, Saskatchewan. Yep, Saskatchewan. Yeah, so many of these people are leaving Saskatchewan, or are they young? They're career ladder climbers, and so they're just coming here for a better job opportunity. A lot of these are young families. The culture in Saskatchewan is very similar to Alberta, so it's a pretty easy move. A lot of tradespeople, a lot of industrial workers, oil workers. And hey, why not? It's only, what, 8-hour drive to drive back to Regina to visit family? Not that bad. So they're coming to get more amenities, better job opportunities. Hey, the mountains is only an hour away. Kind of win-win-win, right? And here's the thing. They're not leaving because Saskatchewan is bad. Saskatchewan's a great province, vibrant economy, lots going on. You can afford to buy a house there. Just more job opportunities in Alberta. Just a bigger place. And there's more going on for amenities in a bigger city. So Alberta is just a rung up for careers and lifestyle for folks from Saskatchewan. Still prairie, still reasonable, better opportunities. Okay, we are getting people here from all over Canada. So why are people from every province moving here to Alberta? So for the high cost of living provinces, it's affordability. And for the smaller population centers, it's opportunity. Really across the board, it's families trying to get a better life with better opportunities. So if you're flirting with the idea of moving to Alberta and kind of dreaming of it, you can go ahead and browse houses. We set up a free real estate search tool, and it works anywhere in the province. freehomesearchcalgary.com, and you can just set up a free account and browse to your heart's content. If you want some help, reach out. We'll help set up an automated search for you. But if you're more serious about making a move, and you wanted to talk about what would that look like for you, my contact information is in the description below. You can text me, or there's a link for my calendar there, so you can just go ahead and book an appointment. Just make sure that both you and your spouse are available, because we don't want to have to rebook the appointment. And if you're not 100% convinced that Alberta is for you, watch one of these videos, bound to convince you. Talk to you on the next one.